You know what day it is? Haircut day. Recently, I've been getting angry at my hair. And because it's not long, and I've decided to cut it off. And I know you're saying to yourself, how's it gonna get long if you cut it off? Well, it's not. But short is also cool. You know, I like that. We're gonna start with the beard today. I've been thinking about this, you know, cutting it off quite a while now, because, well, I trimmed my mustache and I just don't have enough stash when it's not long, and when it's too long it just kind of looks bad. And so we're going goatee. Woo! Look at that. That's cute. Come on, mustache! I like that. Charles Barkley is too big. Oh my goodness, I got hair on the toilet paper. Dang it. Gross. Come on, hair! I hope this hair doesn't get in my gum. That would be gross. Done. Alright, this is business time. Time to attend to some notes. Everyone, I'd like you to welcome to the show my good friend Derek. Say hi, Derek. That's great. That's great. I'm glad. You're so funny, Derek. Derek is my Kevin Eubanks. You know, Jay Leno has his man, and I have Derek. Good old faithful Derek. I saw a man wearing a shirt today, and it was for a plumbing type company called Toto, and on the back it had a picture of all of the people from Wizard of Oz, and it says, "There's no flush like Toto." And I said to myself, just because your name is Toto does not mean that you can relate this to the Wizard of Oz. Toto was a small part. I don't even think I miss Toto. I mean, if he was not in that movie, I'd say, okay, that's cool. How are you just gonna, and there's no place like home. How are you gonna change that to there's no flush like Toto? It doesn't even say anything about Toto. Toto is her dog, and he plays no part in that movie, except for her talking to him. You could easily make that a rabbit named George. Or she could just talk to herself. You could make her a schizophrenic. I don't like it. While I'm waiting for Scrubs to come back on, I'll be talking to you. Commercial break. I don't like when people have hot quarters in their pocket, because that means that it's been in their pocket so long that now they're hot, and I don't like that. It's like when you sit down on someone's seat after they sat there and you feel their butt heat. I don't like that. I don't like to feel people's butt heat or hot quarter pocket heat. It's gross and gross. Next business. I was watching TV the other day and I saw the extended Twilight trailer. I hate Twilight. I hate it. Stop it. Stop. The werewolf on there is not the right kind of werewolf. Werewolves can't just turn into wolves. You can't just say, I'm about to turn into a wolf. There has to be a full moon. You can't just gallop out of a log cabin and attack a man with dreadlocks. There has to be a full moon. You can't do it at will. And people are like, oh, well, it's different. No! This has been the way it is for the past 9,000 years since werewolves were invented in Egypt, in the Philippines. I mean, that's where werewolves were invented. And now, all of a sudden, werewolves are young, sexy men who can turn into werewolves anytime they want. I like my werewolves to look like this. Or beastlier. I don't think that we should change how werewolves turn into werewolves. The other day, Brent and I were watching a movie, and I heard crying coming from Thomas's room. So I went and picked him up, and it turned out that he was jumping on his bed. And when I said, "What happened?" he said, "Broke my eye!" And now he has a black eye. The other day, Arthur Stiller came into my work. I think it was the real Arthur Stiller, but everyone tells me it's not, but I think it is. One time I rode the bus with him, and he told me that he broke his back, and that's why he stopped driving the car, and he's so happy for the bus. And I said, I want to be on King of Queens. I said, let's do lunch, because that's what celebrities say. There's too many spiders here. There's hobo spiders here. And for those of you who don't know what hobo spiders are, they're like zombie spiders. They just bite you and you get diseased flesh. And it doesn't heal for like a year. It just rots away at your flesh. That's why you turn into a zombie. They didn't have spiders like this on the coast. I miss the Northwest, where the only thing you have to fear is a giant octopus in the ocean that will grab you if you drive over a bridge. Like if you're just driving on Narrows Bridge and if there's traffic on Narrows Bridge, that giant octopus will reach up and grab you and pull you into the ocean. Why do you think that bridge fell? Because the octopus was rocking it. He was like, ah, ah, ah. And he pulled it down into the ocean, and only a dog died. That's magnificent. I've found that old people hate China. It's like the circle of life. I hate old people. Old people hate Chinese. Chinese hate me, personally, as a person. Chinese hate Travis. There's actually a group on Facebook called People of China Against T.I. Hatch. You can look it up, but don't become a fan of it, because then that will mean that you hate me as a Chinaman. I don't think that's the correct vernacular. Oriental Chinaman. There was an old woman. She came in and she said that her sprinkler heads were not working, and she said it's probably because they're made in China. All the sprinkler heads are made in China, and now they don't work. Back in her day, when they were American made, they worked great. Another time, an old man came in and he was gonna buy a flashlight, and then he said, "Wait a minute, who makes this?" And my old co-host Bryce said to him, "China." And he said, "I don't want it." He only didn't want it because China makes it. We had a sale that made stuff only in America, and that was our best sale of the year, because old people don't like China. I mean, there's some good stuff that come out of China, like rice. I think Bruce Lee's Chinese, or he's just like, I think Bruce Lee's from Kung Fu, the land of Kung Fu. Like, I think there's just like a Dragon Ball Z island that just floats in the air, and it's called Kung Fu, and that's where Bruce Lee was born. But it's around China, so that's cool. That's it for today's business time. We'll see you later.